Pittsburgh Piledriver podcast is...
Oops, I'm breaking the fourth wall.
Breaking Kayfabe.
And a ready, and a steady, and a hey everybody, this is an episode of Breaking Kayfabe. This is a non-wrestling episode of a podcast featuring three of your favorite dum-dums from the Pittsburgh Piledriver podcast. There might be wrestling in here, I don't know. It's not a wrestling-centric show, but it might be wrestling. Beef currently is watching wrestling, so he might jump in with some wrestling tidbits. But this is going to be a just yucking it up, what the hell ever type of show. We've got Alec Ransom, Poot the Bard, and Beef the Legend. Tiger Bomb Tom's doing some casual gaming dad recordings. So if you're listening to this, just know that he did some recordings. Go to his thing and check it out. It's probably going to be great.
Yeah.
I say probably. It's definitely going to be great. It's going to be great.
They're always great. He does a really good job.
Always great.
And chances are, if you're listening to this, he's probably doing a recording as you're listening to this, so go watch him.
Ooh, that's even better. Yeah, man.
Accurate.
Live it up.
Accurate.
Live it up. So boys, how's the quarantine going for everybody?
Boo.
Oh, well, I can tell you this. I'm cold because I can't go to the fire hall to do a podcast because stay at home, everybody. So now I'm on my porch in 40-degree weather, so I'm probably either going to get the corona or the pneumonia. It's going to be the worst day.
Please don't do either one of those things.
I mean,
you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to take it as a challenge. I'm going to get them both. And I'm going to beat it. And I'm going to tell it, you look diseases, suck it. My fat beard up ass is going to kill it.
Or you're an old man. Or you're an old man and you're going to be one of the statistics. Please don't get the corona.
Bullshit.
Okay.
I am fueled by anger and beer and a little bit of spaghetti.
True. Both are true.
I'll take on pneumonia and corona all at the same time. Squirt some lime on that bitch, throw it back. Done.
Throw it back. My life hasn't been too much different. I work from home.
You're a hermit anyway. It doesn't change
it's
for you.
It's not that I'm a hermit. We go out. It's just that,
going out to Burger King doesn't count as going out.
No, man. We were just out to Hofbrauhaus with you and our friend Andy and Kelsey. So, we go out, we do things.
So sad I had to miss that because that was the weekend. That was the weekend that we had our last Hellbent show.
Oh, that's right. Yep.
And the thing was, that was right when this whole Corona thing, kind of broke.
Right before it kicked off.
Yeah, it was. It was like the first 2 days of the day before and the day of the gig were the first 2 days where they were like, "Yo, everyone wash their hands and stay inside," as a suggestion. And there were two factors that played into a bad attendance that night. Three. Number one. It was because this Corona thing, it was like, oh shit, this is real. Number two, there were a ton of other bands playing in the area. So, and bands that have been like legacy bands that have been around. Yeah, they're they're all
people are gonna be like, hey, we're going to them.
Yeah, they're all they're really good. Some of the bands that played only play like maybe 4 or 5 shows a year. So
oh damn.
Yeah. So when they play, it's a little bit of a bigger deal. Number 3, we suck. No, we don't. That was a so gag. Rough. But the thing was with this Corona thing, when it kicked off, we immediately saw the result of it at our show. Now the people who showed up had fun, and so did we. But I'm not going to lie. On stage a couple times, I was like, I could be in Hofbrau right now, hanging out, drinking some bevs with a bunch of peeps and having a good time, being the 7th wheel. And
if anything,
fun.
If anything, to be honest with you, my life has improved because of the virus. And I say that, with a
Beef's going to end this with Corona for president.
You're going to get so many hateful Facebook things.
I'm not saying it's a good thing, but, my wife has been off work. She works in a store, public facing. So I'm like, nope. I immediately put the kibosh on that. I said, we're not doing that. She has asthma. I'm a diabetic. We are too high risk. Not worth it. Not fucking worth it.
Just train wrecks.
right? Her work's been very supportive with it, so so she's actually been at home cooking every night, so I'm not getting like these awful fast food meals that I normally get. So I've been eating hearty, good food, and have been enjoying her company. And it's other than that, it's life as usual for a customer service representative. You hate your life sometimes, you love your life sometimes, and somewhere in the middle is where the truth is. So, how about you, Poop?
Honestly, for me, it's been business as usual, other than having some of my hours pushed back at work. Like, literally, it's been business as usual. I go to work Monday through Friday. The only difference is I'm here at home, and I'm at work. I'm here at home, I'm at work. I'm here at home, and I'm at work. I'm here at home, and I'm at work. No, it really hasn't been that bad. Honestly, I was for a while, I was craving free time because we had effectively a month of Hellbent gigs. I was working. I had a ton of guitar work, like tech work to do for people. And I also was playing for the musical at one of our local high schools. So I was like, man, I just need a break. I feel like I don't have time to do this. And again, it's not a beneficial thing because now you go from 100 to 0 in 2.5 seconds. Like, I don't have my guitar lessons I teach because social distancing. We don't have rehearsals for the musical because the schools are closed. And, like, I don't have plans to travel anywhere because we can't, like, you really shouldn't. Not you can't. You can, but you shouldn't.
Man. Like as of today, like the order for Pennsylvania is county or statewide, unless you're going out for food or to take care of like an elderly person or for your work, stay the fuck home.
Well, yeah.
Now, that's a governor's order. Currently right now on his website. That is not being enforced by police.
Nope.
Really?
Police are going to be educating and informing, not fining or detaining.
Yep.
Well, and that's good because honestly, I think that there's probably going to be better use of their time. I think for them to be patrolling for, a bunch of fucking field partiers in Clearfield, Pennsylvania. Is a waste of their time whenever there are real crimes that are still happening. Fucking crime.
I like how you always make Clearfield the problem.
Because 90% of the people I have on Facebook live in Clearfield and fucking gripe about Clearfield and fucking I hear all about Clearfield. It has not changed one damn bit since I moved out of that tiny little valley.
Yeah, no, it absolutely has. It's because weed's not the problem now. Meth and cocaine are.
Okay, I take it back. It has not gotten better since I've left.
Wait, did we start talking about Butler?
Anyway, no, not heroin.
Oh, you didn't say heroin. I'm sorry. My bad.
Well, no, like, Beef, and not trying to interrupt you, but like that's the thing around here, because Clearfield County in its entirety has 4 confirmed cases. People aren't. It's not that they're not taking this seriously. They're not taking it to heart. Does that make sense? Like, they know this is a serious problem, but it's the thing of, I live in a small town in the middle of nowhere. This isn't going to get me. And that's exactly how...
I saw that someone in Mountain Laurel came down with it, so, as soon as Meemaws and Pap start, like, going, then it's going to hit home.
And that's exactly the thing, is that, like, for me, sure, on my way home, do I stop at the drive-thru distributor? Yeah, I do. But, like, I will, trying to support local businesses because, like, listen, I work for a small local business, and it's a problem because you're going to start seeing, already you're seeing restaurants and establishments of that ilk, like other small businesses, furniture stores, game stores, what have you. You're seeing them starting to close their doors permanently because they're like, well, I can't pay this, I can't pay that, I can't do this, I can't do that. I can't pay my employees, I can't pay myself. I guess we'll just close our doors then. Like, and,
yep. And there's less and less people that are going and even getting, that drive-through beer or that,
not
pick-up
in
order
Clearfield.
at a restaurant.
I mean, you can still go out and buy stuff. Like, Brittany and I are going to try and get, like, dinner Friday because, you have to have these allowances for yourself. Otherwise, you will absolutely go crazy. The idea is being safe about it.
Well, I don't know. I've seen some of these people that are diehard. You stay home. If they don't live with you, you don't see them. You don't see the people at the store. You don't see the people at the beer distributor. You don't see the people at the McDonald's or whatever, takeout restaurant you go to. No, 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 no.
That's the other side of the spectrum from the fucking field partiers.
Inside, don't even look at somebody because you're going to get it.
The reality
don't even look.
Yeah, the reality is and Dr. Beef here. Realistically, you want to limit your social contact. So what that means for Brittany and I is as opposed to going to Walmart every other day, if we're lucky, we go maybe once a week now. As opposed to going out to eat like every other night, we go out once a week. So like,
well, isn't every place down there takeout only?
Yes. Well,
okay.
Everywhere in the state should be takeout only.
Well, yeah.
In theory.
Should be. As of today, exactly. Should be. Well, I guess even as of before.
Yeah, I think before even this came down, that was another thing that but again, well, and that, to my understanding, has been policed, but not by the police. But there were apparently people who were getting fined and things of that nature for being open and seating people and blah blah blah.
Yeah, I think there's a number that's on the governor's website. That's like, if you know of a business that's operating that shouldn't be, don't call the police, don't call 911, call this number.
Well, and
because you'd have all sorts of nutballs being like, these people are open, the corona, and the police would just be inundated with these calls, and it would be just ridiculous to try to filter them through.
Well, and that's the thing is that like, I've heard some people in town say, well, I know someone who was stopped by the cops whenever they're going, and they ask, where are you going? What are you doing? And I'm like, they're not fucking doing that around here.
No.
Yet. Not
My
yet.
mom said that she saw somebody post on Facebook, be careful driving down such and such route, such, because the police are pulling everybody over asking where they're going. They don't have the time or the resources to be doing that.
No.
They just don't. No, and I mean, especially now, too, with people getting let out of jail to, prevent them from getting corona. The police are probably going to be busier than ever with all these, who knows what's being left out of jail.
And that's the thing is like my band, we had band practice on Sunday. The only reason that we
just the worst spreader of corona.
The only reason that we felt comfortable doing that was because every single one of us is wacky social distancing. And the only one who was really a concern was my bassist, because he works for a place that's heavily populated, we'll put it that way. And every day before he's allowed in there, they test him.
That's good.
So he knows he's fine. The rest of us, like literally the only people I've really seen are my family, my boss, and the station manager, or the owner and the station manager at my job, and then the oddball person to come up and drop off guitar work for me, and I make them stay outside, and they put the guitar down, tell me what they need done, and they walk away, and I Lysol the case that they gave me before I bring it inside. So here's a crazy statistic.
I wish I would have remembered what news station I heard this on. It wasn't one of those just like wacky, some Facebook doofy sitting behind a desk reporting from the basement of his mother's house. Like, it was a legit news organization, but again...
the Pittsburgh Piledriver podcast, no.
Yeah, but I mean, again, who knows? I mean, there's been so many contradictory news reports. I don't freaking know which one. But this statistic said that, and I can't remember if this was worldwide or in the United States or what, but they said 25% of the people that tested positive were asymptomatic.
Yeah.
That's
It's
a
nuts.
pretty big freaking number. 25% of the people tested were asymptomatic.
Isn't that scary?
Idris Elba had 0 symptoms, but he tested positive.
Yep.
Yeah,
I mean, by all accounts, you have no idea. You know, for many people that got the flu before this thing had blown up in, late February, early March in the States, who knows how many people that had the flu in, let's say, November or December in the United States actually had this corona. Maybe they just thought it was the flu. And then they could have spread it to somebody, and they could have spread it to somebody else, and a group of those people could have been asymptomatic. Who knows?
Right.
I mean, hell, for all I know, I could have contracted it already, gone through it, and never knew because I was asymptomatic.
And that's the big concern. That's so the issue, and again, me and my wife notwithstanding, because we are at high risk, but we're also young and otherwise decent health. Like the issue is not, what if I get it? The issue is, what if I get it and then give it to, her 80-year-old grandma? Or,
Sure.
What if I go in and touch something at Walmart and I have it and I leave, it there for 3 days and somebody else grabs, So that's why it's smart to just, if you got to go out, use gloves. If you're going to go to a different store, change gloves. That's the important part. That's what people are not getting.
Well, and that's the problem, is that a lot of the solutions that people are coming up with, wearing the mask, wearing the gloves, doing whatever, a lot of it is a placebo effect for people. A lot of it is that idea that, like, oh, I'm fine. Like, because I'm wearing these gloves, I'm fine. Not that makes them brash or anything like that, but it just gives them that extra little edge to feel comfortable going about their daily lives. Now, maybe this is coming from someone who is objectively healthy. Like, I just kind of, not that I'm rolling the dice like being cavalier, but I'm just like, I'm not gonna fucking walk around with gloves. I'm not gonna do all that shit. I'm not doing that.
The problem is, people put one pair of gloves on and they'll go to Walmart, and then they'll go to their local store, and then they'll go to Wendy's and get a 4 for $4, and then they'll come home, take the gloves off, and eat. No. You go to a store.
I mean, everything at that point.
You do your business.
You get back in your car. You contaminate everything in your car. Your steering wheel, your turn signal, your gear
take your
shift,
gloves off. And there are videos online where you can watch how to take your gloves off properly in case you're not sure.
Like
you take your gloves off
fucking
before
pleb.
you get in your... What's that?
Like a fucking pleb.
Right. You take your gloves off before you touch anything, before you touch your door handle. You get in the car. If you get out again and you got to go somewhere else, more gloves. That's what people are missing. That's why social distancing is important, because as much as we are trying to take the proper measures, social distancing is exactly, because people, well-meaning people, but poorly educated people, even hand washing. I watched the video of someone, like, quote unquote, washing their hands, like, but with ink. And the typical way that you saw that that you do your hands, your palms and your fingers, but not the backs, not your wrists, not your thumbs, not your fingertips. So, like, that was a video that I went, huh, and it made me wash my hands a little bit better during this time.
That's the thing. It's like, okay, that's fine. You're being a little more thorough, but you, as a human being that is somewhat high functioning, I'm sorry, I got to give you that qualifier. But the
Careful.
But, like, that's the thing, is that I'm like, do people really not know how to wash their fucking hands?
I don't know. Apparently not.
That's what I'm saying. Like when I washed my hands, I thought I did a good job. But, like, when I watched the whole, like, the ink thing, I'm like, well, that's pretty much exactly what I do. And it really shows you how much coverage you're not getting. So, like, and it's not because of laziness. It's not because of a lack of want. It's because of you get in a routine, and, like, everything is fine. You're not sick. Everything is fine. You wash your hands like you wash your hands the rest of your, 35, 45, 55, 65-year-old life. You get into your groove and you do your thing, and you don't think twice about it. And then when something like this comes up, it's like, oh fuck, like now this thing that I've been doing probably the wrong way, but skating by the whole time. Now it's an issue. So, you know, and the big thing is, you know, if you go anywhere, like, yes, use gloves and change gloves, but as soon as you come home, wash your damn hands and wash them good. Wash your damn
all
you gotta do. Wash your damn hands. Did you guys see the video of Samuel L. Jackson reading "Stay the fuck home"?
Yes.
No.
Oh my goodness.
Oh my! I need an uncensored version in my life, but man, it was on point.
We take a can of Lysol wipes with us.
Yeah,
like if I have to go to the grocery store, or if Tara goes to the grocery store, she takes a can of Lysol wipes with her. And when she comes back in from the store, she wipes her hands down. She wipes the steering wheel, gear shift. She wipes all the internals of the car down. When she gets out of the car, she wipes the external handle down. Like we wipe it all down. Once we unload our groceries, we throw all the plastic bags away. We wipe down any surfaces that those plastic bags touched. You know.
Well,
you gotta do your due diligence, but you know, you can't be 100% thorough 100% of the time.
Well,
exactly.
and that's why it's like the best thing to do is just be conscious, follow the rules, and stay the fuck home. Anyway,
yeah, you gotta have awareness, have situational awareness, and
yeah.
I mean, the biggest thing too is like you can't live your life in fear. I understand the need to social distance, to stay home. You got to limit your contact. You got to watch what you're doing. But the whole point of this is you can't live in fear.
No.
Because who knows how long this is going to drag on? Waking up every day and living that day, living in fear. You know, what if I got to touch this? Oh no, I have to go to the grocery store because we need this list of stuff. Well, can I live without it? Maybe we could. Maybe I just don't need to go to the grocery store. Maybe I don't need paper towels. Blah blah blah. I don't know. But living in fear is pointless, because if you're going to get it because you went to the grocery store, you're going to get it. Being afraid of it isn't going to help.
Right.
Precisely. But so, dudes, I don't know if you're into the franchise or into the thing, but I figured you guys would appreciate it, or you'd at least be interested. Fucking go buy Doom Eternal. Like, spend the money. It's amazing. It's absolutely incredible. If you like first-person shooters, it's so good. It's so good.
I've never played any of the Dooms. Eternal, I definitely thought about popping on Eternal, but my biggest thing for buying any video game now is how much play am I going to get out of it? Because I see all my friends playing, and they're all playing on PC. And it's like, that's great. But me, an Xbox owner, no, listeners, you can't have my gamer tag. Fuck off. Me,
all 4 people that are listening.
Yeah, right?
Who probably already have it.
Actually,
more than you think, buddy.
Our last Breaking Kayfabe video was our highest watched video in some time, so there might be something to this. But I digress.
Uh-oh. You guys got eaten by the Matrix. Where are you? Beef, you're getting eaten by the Matrix. Beef, no! Guys! 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 I'm all alone! Oh no! Everything's gone wrong! Everyone's gone except me! This is okay, solo podcast time, Poot. You got this. You got this. Okay. Alright. So, frozen dinners. Am I right?
I don't know what just happened.
They're great.
There.
Oh, they're back. Thank God. Whew.
I don't know what happened.
Okay.
You both entered the Matrix in my ear.
Oh.
You straight up went Agent Smith, and I didn't hear anything. So I had to jump out of the Discord.
Yeah, me too.
You guys.
So I'm glad it wasn't just me. Everything died there for a minute.
It died for me too. I did a solo podcast for about 30 seconds, and it was weird. But. No, and Beef, I absolutely understand what you were talking about. I'm sorry if you were talking whenever you guys decided to take the red pill, but it's worth it, because I think if you're into that style of play,
What style of play is that?
It's first-person shooter, but it's very fast-paced. And you guys have seen firsthand how lousy I am at Halo. And like how
very lousy
bad I am at first-person shooters. Doom feels... It plays like butter. And it is like... The controls, even though like they do a good job of parceling out mechanics to you, to where you don't like it doesn't feel unnatural to use these mechanics, but like the gameplay just plays so well. It's intuitive. It draws you in because it's so manic, and you're like, okay, I gotta focus. But it's not like exhaustive, tiring focus. It's like you're in combat. It's just like you always have your eyes on your six. Like it's crazy. And the reason that I say the playability of it would be good even for a solo is because you could start on the lowest difficulty setting, play through the game, go, okay, I'm going to take the next step up, play through it again, and it will play different. The difficulty levels in this game are they're not. I don't want to use this term because it makes it sound scary, but it's drastic. Like it's like going from the lowest difficulty to the next one up is a marked challenge. Not one you can't handle, but it's definitely an increase in difficulty. Like
now, is it just because it takes more bullets to kill the enemies?
More bullets to kill.
Or there's a lot more shit going on.
More bullets to kill the enemies, and then also you take more damage.
Okay, yeah.
Like, so it's that little increase, but then I believe at the hardest difficulty, if you die, it deletes your saved game.
Oh, good Lord.
So if you die, you got to start over.
Oh.
Right? It has that, I think, what was another game that did that? BioShock Infinite did that, I think. I think they called it 1984 mode.
Oh,
in BioShock Infinite. I think where if you died, you were dead, and you had to restart completely. But, man, and plus, it's a pretty game. Oh, it's so pretty.
Oh, it looks
Eternal.
awesome.
Doom Eternal.
Pretty?
Yeah, oh yeah. Well, even the remake of the 2016 remake that was just called Doom is a really good game as well. This is like taking Doom 2016 and refining it even more.
Now, the 2016 remake, was that just a remake of the first Doom that launched on PC?
I mean, it's not a remake of the very first Doom, but we'll say it's a relaunching of the franchise.
Like a reimagining.
Right. Yes. But it still has all the feel. Like even a lot of the Caco demon, like the iconic Doom like floating ball demon.
Yeah.
That it's in these games, and it looks like just you took that sprite, made it 3D and high def. So it's
now,
like
sorry, go ahead.
It has the feel of the old Dooms, like the world around you.
Now, is there a storyline that is easy to follow in this Doom Eternal? Because I believe that there were storylines to the other Dooms, but when I played them, I had no idea what it was. It's like, okay, I turned on the game, and like, all right, here I am in this weird place, and I'm fighting soldiers, and now all of a sudden I'm fighting demons, and I don't understand what's happening other than there's bad guys everywhere, shoot them dead. Find some keys, different colors, shoot everybody dead.
Yes and no. What I would do if you haven't played Doom 2016, basically from what I can gather, because I played Doom 2016 but not all of it, basically Doom Guy, like the guy that you are, like in game canon, they call him Doom Guy. It's awesome. Like it's basically like you have to go in Doom Eternal. You have to go and take down these 3 priests of hell to stop the what's it called? It's not Satan. It's Kyra Maker. I can't remember the name of the big baddie, but like it's an easy story to follow. It boils basically down to your Doom guy stopped the Hell invasion.
Okay.
Like, that's pretty much it. Like, if you want to take it at face value, that's what it is. But, like, you get journal entries. I'm sorry I'm yammering, by the way, guys, but, like, you can find journal entries along the way, and they give you, like, descriptions of enemies, the like, bosses, the environment, items. It's cool.
So, in the early Doom games, didn't you start off on, like, Mars, and then you wound up in Hell, and you were fighting?
Beef, stop muting and unmuting your mic. We will say this every podcast, if I have to.
Oh, dear.
Anyway, Beef, are you there?
I'm here.
Oh, okay.
He might be dead. Oh, no.
All right.
Cyber Demon got him.
Uh-oh.
Oh, So, yeah, like, I never understood where I was half the time. Sometimes it was blatantly clear you were in Hell.
Yes.
But, like, I never understood why I was doing what I was doing, or, like, what the premise was. Like, why am I on wherever world I'm on, and then all of a sudden I'm in Hell? Why is this happening? I mean, they were good games, don't get me wrong. Like, the original Doom games, Doom 1, Doom 2, they were phenomenal and scary as hell, you know, for the age that I was at when I played them. But I just, when I look back on it, I didn't ask myself those questions then. But, like, now, as an adult, I look back and I go, what was happening? Like, what's the reason this is all happening? And that never seemed clear to me.
It really wasn't. I mean, my grandfather introduced me to Doom. And
that's awesome.
Dude, you guys would have, Ransom, you especially, would have fucking loved my grandpa, Frank. Oh, he was the best. He made me understand how I fit into this family. Like, he had like a Commodore 64.
Hell
That's
yeah.
awesome.
And
That's a
I
cool
remember
grandpa.
it, like, and it taught me, had I followed the progression, because when you had a Commodore, you had to know like basic, like, DOS to like get a game to launch.
Yeah, it wasn't easy.
No. And, like, some of the games were really weird and oddball, like Gnome Mansion. Oh, it was so weird. And then, but then he kept buying the newest computer, like, as he went along. And I remember we played Doom, Wolfenstein.
Oh, I loved Wolfenstein.
And Who Shot Johnny Rock?
I never heard of that one.
Like Mad Dog McCree. Oh, dude. Like, Grandpa was awesome. Before
Wolfenstein and Doom were pretty similar in, like, how they played and everything. But I always understood Wolfenstein.
Yeah, kill Hitler.
They were Nazis. You were fighting Nazis. You were going to find Hitler and you were going to kill him. Castle Wolfenstein. Like, I got that. But Doom, I just never understood why you were doing what you were doing.
I mean, you're in Hell killing demons. So that's you know.
Or there's a Hell invasion and you're killing demons. Like, yeah, but it's exactly, Beef. Like, Doom was more ham-fisted. Wolfenstein, a little bit more finesse.
Mm-hmm.
You know, but like,
yeah, for certain.
I also, and I haven't fired it up yet. I didn't do it. I was faffing around with my guitars. I picked up what's it called?
Did I drop out?
Nope, I'm here.
Oh, okay.
I picked up Animal.
Gone?
No, I'm here.
I mean, I think he's there. I just think he can't hear us.
No, I'm here. I can hear you.
It's a very glitchy night.
I can hear you.
That damn Clearfield connection.
It not at all, actually.
Well, I don't know. He was on for a while, and we were all matrixed out.
Oh man, he gone.
Are we back?
Oh, there you are.
Jesus Christ! What is happening tonight?
I was just messaging you, Poot. Yeah, Beef and I could hear each other, but we couldn't hear you.
No, I gathered that whenever I was screaming into my mic that I could hear you guys.
Oh,
and you were like, I don't know where he went. He's just gone forever. Like, oh no. Like, guess we'll just carry on without him. Poot has died of dysentery.
Well, suddenly, apparently we're both Paul Bear living on the Oregon Trail.
Oh, yes.
This is the worst day.
Undertaker.
No, man. That was his Homestar impression, which is always spot the fuck on.
Oh,
No.
thank you, Jimmy. The
Oh dear.
like no. So what I was
Go on.
what were we yammering about?
About Doom and the plot and
Doom and the plot and the things and the boots and the shoes and the dam. Well,
Yeah, I
like
hear
In the dam.
so like
Ron Simmons.
Oh man, what a treasure. Anyway, no, like that. It's oh no, I said I also picked up Animal Crossing.
Who shits on in the background? Turn it down.
Can you hear me?
Sorry.
I can hear you.
Okay.
Le Champion is talking. He's
sorry.
got another promo on Vanguard.
Oh, he's cutting another Vanguard. They're going back to that well already. Beef.
Oh no.
I'm here. He's giving Vanguard 1 a tiny shirt. This is great.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, put it. I can hear him say, "Put it on."
Yep.
Uh oh, Beef's gone.
How funny of a storyline would it be if what's Jericho's group called?
The Inner Circle.
The Inner Circle.
That's it. How funny would it be if Jericho recruited Vanguard 1 for the Inner Circle, and Vanguard 1 was legit a member of the Inner Circle, and they were all feuding with Matt Hardy? That'd be hilarious.
I'd love that. I would love
Jericho
that.
just said, "Release the hounds," and his like personal dogs came out, and he's got like a Chihuahua following him. This is like there are fewer people in this world that understand wrestling like Chris Jericho does, and he fucking gets it.
I'm telling you, we've talked about it so, and of course we go back to fucking wrestling, but we've talked about it so many times. The man knows exactly what he's doing, and he knows exactly what's going to get people entertained. Like he is. He's a wrestling genius.
Absolutely.
Oh,
Hall
he
Hall
knows.
of Fame 5 times over career.
Oh yes. Oh yeah.
But no, my point was I also picked up Animal Crossing.
So what's
never
Animal
played those
Crossing?
games.
I don't.
So I've never played one before,
Okay.
but from what I gather, it is kind of like a Harvest Moon or a Stardew Valley-ish kind of thing. It's basically a life simulator, but really fucking diabetically adorable. Like,
Hold on. Time out. Just announced AEW in a no-holds-barred empty arena match. Like, fucking duh, it's going to be an empty arena match. Go on.
Who's in the no holds barred match?
It's fucking Jake Hager versus Moxley. But it's an empty arena match. Like, oh, what a fucking novel concept. I think
Yeah,
they're probably plugging it like to be more like The Rock versus Stone Cold, like the quote unquote empty arena match, not like, you know.
And that's the thing is the shtick is going to be they go all over the arena.
The Rock versus
Right.
Mankind, you mean?
Yeah.
Who'd I say?
Rock
You
versus
said
Stone Cold.
Oh, my fucking God. I'm sorry. Yeah, no.
Oh, I
Rock
cannot,
versus
dude.
Mankind.
I can understand your confusion between Mankind and Stone Cold Steve Austin. Okay,
They're pretty much the same character.
I mean identical, really.
Oh yeah. Yeah, except one had a mask, but other than that, I mean, pretty much the
I
same
hate you
character.
guys.
Always drinking beer and giving stunners.
Hey, talk amongst yourselves. I'll be right back. I've been flagged down. I'll be
Uh-oh.
right back.
He's
All
been
right,
flagged down, but
Flag on the play.
flag on the play.
I've been looking for something to get into because I mean I haven't bought a new video game in well no I take that back. I bought oh shoot, what was that Obsidian game? The Outer Worlds.
Oh, how was that?
I think Beef really liked it. You'll have to get his take when he comes back. Like I think he marked out for it real bad, but I was let down by that game. I was really let down by that game because there are so few gun options in that game. You know, like I was thinking Fallout wise. Fallout, even before mods, so like Fallout 3, New Vegas, Fallout 4 Vanilla, there were a lot of guns. There were a lot of customizations you could do on them. You know, even in Fallout New Vegas, you could, customize your guns. And there were a lot of different options.
Oh yeah, yeah.
In Outer Worlds, they're these basic guns, except you get the same guns made by different corporations, and the same exact gun, except they just have different color schemes to them. And there are very few, and it's I don't
know.
So
they tried to give you the illusion of variety.
They do, yes. And same with armor. I mean, every like corporation or whatever, like every company has their own version of the armor, but it's the same exact armor, just with a different color scheme.
Right.
And I don't know, like I was very, very underwhelmed by it. I had very high hopes for it. The graphics are really good. It's a very, very good looking, very beautiful game. But just immersion wise, I couldn't immerse myself in it. I was very underwhelmed by it. And I didn't finish it because I got bored with it.
Well, that's not an uncommon opinion, apparently, of that game.
Oh, really?
No,
See, I haven't
like
read
a
any
lot.
reviews.
It was very lukewarm. Like,
it
I mean, it didn't get poor reviews. It got reviews. It was like, it's all right. Like, and the biggest complaint that I heard, like, you're the first person I heard say the variety of firearms wasn't good. But you see the forest through the trees in that case. Most people complained about the fact that it felt more on rails. Like, it didn't feel like a big open world game.
Yeah, I can see that. Yeah.
So
yeah, I can see that as a valid complaint as well.
Well, like, the thing with Animal Crossing is it is super cutesy. It's super it's a game that objectively is made for kids. Okay?
Yeah.
But there are tons of things. It's kind of like it's the SpongeBob SquarePants idea. Okay? Like, SpongeBob is made for kids, but there's enough adult directed humor in that show that makes it entertaining for the adults watching it as well. So, honestly, it's kind of the same thing. Yeah, it's cutesy, it's repetitive, it's like fetch questy, but it's meant to be an escapism kind of game. So, I'll tell you what, before you pop on it, I'll go through and I'll give it a little bit of time, and I'll let you know what I think, because it's AAA pricing, so it's a little bit of an investment. But everybody I've talked to who's roughly in the age range that we are, who plays it, has said, "Oh, dude, it's so good." And I'm like, okay, I'm willing to give it a go. Like, I'm willing to give it a try. Because right now, I'm trying to get... That's one of the things that I'm trying to do with this kind of lull, is I'm trying to catch up on video games. Now, I've had a lot of guitar work come in, so I've had to, dedicate myself to that. However, I'm trying also to spend time playing some video games.
Yeah.
So, I want to catch... Like, before I got Doom, I wanted to get caught up on The Witcher 3. Because I started
I've never played any of those Witcher games.
I started that game, and I just couldn't get into it.
Dude,
The Witcher.
And I'll bet you I can guess exactly why. It was probably the same reason that I couldn't get into it. Is because they give you the tutorial, and they give you the basic mechanics of how to control your character, Geralt. And you're like, okay, this is cool, this is this. And then after you have, like, the first cinematic before they, like, dump you into the rest of the game, you walk outside of the pub that you're in, you step outside, and then the game goes, oh, also, here's all this other mechanics. Like, all these other mechanics. And it just dumps it on you. And then, like, it gives you your menu thing, and it's, like, 7-8 tabs of stats and shit. And all of a sudden, you're like, oh, it's an RPG. I don't know what any of this does. How do I spec my character? Now, I had it, my buddy bought it for me because he loved it so much. He said, you have to play this. And he was nice enough to gift it to me. Thank you very much, Brett. That was very, very, very kind of you. It frustrated me so much because I wasn't ready to take on a game like that. Like, I was not ready to deal with a game that requires, like, 50 hours. You know what I mean?
It just, to me, it felt like Skyrim, but like less important and like less.
Wow.
And like less laid out. Like you said, it was very poorly put, like poorly. I don't want to say instructed, but like it didn't give you a lot of like what was what, other than like your playing mechanics. It didn't say anything about the menus or how to navigate, blah blah blah, and like. You start in a bar just like Skyrim, or not just like Skyrim, but it was very reminiscent. I'm like, I've done this, but with a better game, so I'm done.
Ooh, wow. Look, I did not play it enough or have enough time with it to make a judgment on if it's good or not, because roundly it's considered a masterpiece. So I want to sink more. I want to restart the game completely from the ground up and give it a go. But I remember talking to our friend Sean, Shill Sean, if you remember him from a couple P3s ago. Sean told me, I was like, dude, man, everything to fight, even like the dumbest little like zombie in that game is so hard to fight. He goes, yeah. He said it takes about 20 hours before you really get the game opens up, and you get like, you basically go from like struggling constantly to being a monster truck that walks like a man, like, and I'm not into that. Like, I'm not into that black and white. I like steady progression.
Right.
I felt like that's how Breath of the Wild was.
Really?
Oh yeah. Like when I first started playing Breath of the Wild, I even started a new game. This current playthrough that I'm on, I'm like, okay, well, I beat 2 Divine Beasts before, and then I put it down. I hadn't played it for months. I'm like, all right, I'm going to start over, because I understand the game now. I understand what you got to do. I know the mechanics, so I'm just going to start over from scratch. And even knowing everything, it was like, oh, I get into a fight with a moblin, and 2 hits, dead. Oh, I used up one of my fairies. 2 more hits, dead. Oh, there goes another freaking fairy. It seemed like it was so easy to die in that game.
Well, that's master mode, though, man. Like,
I wasn't playing master mode. I was
really?
playing regular mode. Oh yeah, no, I'm playing regular mode, and it's just it was, you died so quickly, and then once you got the hero's tunic, and you found the fairy fountains, and you got your stuff upgraded, now it's like, oh, I'm pretty much a walking tank. Like I can walk into a room full of like white moblins. Like I stroll into Hyrule Castle every once in a while just to grab a bunch, like just to farm weapons, and then I go back out into the world because there's some awesome weapons in Hyrule Castle. So I stroll in there, blow up a whole bunch of guardians, collect a whole bunch of parts, go through the castle, get all sorts of the different royal weapons or whatever, and then farm off. And I don't ever have to, use a potion or eat a meal. Like I roll in and you take like 8 hits and you're down 2 hearts. Because your armor's that good. You go from instantly dying from a random red moblin to being able to like run through Hyrule Castle like it's a fucking Burger King. And I don't know. I feel like that's the way the Breath of the Wild is.
I kind of maybe I'm just a bad gamer, but I felt like that game.
What happened?
I felt like I grew the whole time.
You're gone again, buddy.
What? Are you serious?
Yeah, I don't. Hopefully, you can hear us saying that.
Hold on. Can you hear me?
Drop out of the Discord and come back.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yes.
Can you hear me? All right.
Yes.
Fucking Atlantic Broadband. Anyway, yeah, you heard me, Atlantic Broadband. No, so like, I felt like I grew that whole game. I did. I felt like the whole game, from when I walked out of the Shrine of Resurrection all the way until I killed the second form of Calamity Ganon, I felt like it was a journey. I didn't run into that problem of just being able to raffle stomp my way through everything.
Oh yeah. Well, I mean, I don't know. That's where I'm at.
I think it's kind of somewhere in the middle.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I think that
Talk amongst yourselves. I'm gonna go pee.
Okay. I think it's a little bit in the middle. You know, I didn't really struggle at the beginning. And I'm pretty late game. I'm in the 4th Divine Beast, and I have been for like the last year. I'm in the 4th Divine Beast, and I'm not really having too much of a struggle, but it's like I don't have to like eat potions anymore to survive. Now I eat potions to buff. Now I eat meals to buff or to like protect myself against certain elements.
Yeah.
You know, so
I do the same.
That element's there. So I've I've never been inside Hyrule Castle yet. I've avoided that place like the plague because I fucking hate Guardians. But my big thing is I like to go to the Pantheon or whatever the fuck it is, the arena, and fight the big centaur in there because he always drops high level weapons. And
that big Lionel.
Yeah, the Lionel, that's it. And then along the corridors, there are a bunch of Lizalfos and stuff, and they drop a lot of good stuff too. So like that's my farming ground. Like anytime I'm low on weapons, I always hit that place, and you know every blood moon, of course.
Are you talking about the arena?
Yeah, man.
Yeah, the Coliseum.
The Coliseum. Yeah, like dude, Lionels had always been a problem for me.
And they still are because you for me anyway, because you still have to fight them smart. You can't go in there balls deep because they're still gonna wreck your shit, you know?
You gotta do your dodges and everything. Like, you gotta be able to dodge their attacks and stuff like that.
Yeah, man. You still have to like hit hard and like do the fucking freezing and shit like that, you know, to keep them on their toes, you know?
Yeah.
So that to me, like, yeah, you know, if I run into a moblin camp, am I gonna be fine? Yeah, 100%. But you know, there are still things in the game that are going to give me problems, I think. So
yeah. But I mean, like Hyrule Castle now, like even Guardians, you get the Master Sword, and you know, like once you get your Hero's Tunic, like I wear the Hero's Tunic, the hood, and then the Ancient Greaves, like the Guardian pants. Right. I've got all those maxed out. And if you have the Master Sword with that, you do a hell of a lot of damage to Guardians. You could pretty much just stroll right into Hyrule Castle.
I don't think I have the Hero's Tunic. What's the positive about that?
Well, it gives you the most defense, I think, out of anything in the game. Like, once it's leveled up the whole way, I think it's like 38 damage resistance.
You're talking about the old school one, right? Like the green and brown one? Oh, no, okay, so one. Oh no, I don't even wear that. I wear the I think, oh my god, and it's been a hot minute. I think I'm wearing mostly Guardian stuff, because I fucking hate Guardians.
See, but
what are the
ones
ones
that
you have
told me
to like
take their legs out?
Yes.
Yeah, like I run right up to Guardians now. Wham, take out all their legs, freeze them up, beat them to death with the Master Sword. By the time they unfreeze, it's like 2 more hits, they're dead. Just done.
What's the armor that you have to use the star pieces for to upgrade?
I have no idea. I haven't come across those ones.
Isn't that the heroes, like the heroes garb, the one for Breath of the Wild?
I didn't think so.
No, you upgrade those with dragon horns.
Yeah.
Dragon horns are what you use to upgrade those. Dragon horns and the Silent Princess flower.
Right. Yeah, so whatever I'm wearing now is the one that you have to use the stars for, because I spent a long time grinding fucking shooting stars. There's a method to it, but it's a pain in the ass.
Don't you basically just wait?
So like you can go. There are a couple spots that are really high up in Hyrule that you can go to, and like sit and watch the I think it's the eastern facing sky, and on like every 4th night after a blood moon or whatever, it's guaranteed that it's gonna spawn one. You just have to track where it goes and then get there by morning before it dissipates.
Oh, And that could be a pain in the ass depending on where you are on the fucking map.
Yep. So, but I mean, it was fun to do and fun to track, and kept me busy for a while. So yeah, man.
Once a game gets to that point where it's just grinding to upgrade something, that's when I kind of end up giving up on a game.
So I am actually, and it's super weird, but like I actually enjoy grinding.
Giggity. Sorry, Tom. Tom's not here. So
yeah, right. Somebody got to pick up the mantle. Like that's basically what all I do in Fallout 76 and more is I just log on to grind. I do my dailies, I do my weeklies, and I just like grind for shit. And it's just a constant like circle. But I adore it. Like I have probably played that game more than I played pretty much any other game in my life except for maybe Fallout 3.
See, that would get boring to me, just logging on to go and get stuff. I don't know. Maybe it wouldn't because I never played Fallout 76, so maybe I'd be fine with it. I don't know. It just seems repetitive. Another settlement needs your help. Shut up.
I never did that shit.
Oh, no, I didn't.
No,
nope.
I ignored that shit.
Well, I mean, so after the first playthrough of Fallout 4, when I figured out what settlements I actually wanted, those are the ones that I actually went and like unlocked. So like Spectacle Island. Spectacle Island. That was one that I always unlocked because like that was my favorite place to build. It basically was 2 workshops in one because in the middle of the island is split. So that was awesome. There were some other settlements with mods that ended up pretty sweet, but yeah, I mean for the most part, no, I mean those. Fucking Preston Garvey was another one that got the axe. As soon as I could download a mod to kill an essential character, yes. Preston Garvey was like the second one to go. You know who the first one was? Marcy Long.
Oh, Marcy Long.
Nope, Marcy Long. No, I like Mama Murphy. No, man, Marcy Long. Her fucking negativity. Nope. I come back from beating the Deathclaw after the first mission. They're all sitting around the bottom of the place there. Nope, and they all walk out the door like single file. Very, very patiently, and I always like stand in front of her to make sure she's the last one to go out. Boom, dead ski.
Wow. Just
I can't stand Marcella. She's the worst.
But no, like that, and that's the thing. Is like right now, I try and tell people at my job on the air, like, try and find the silver lining to the fucking cloud of everything that's going on in the world. Like, go, oh, this is my chance to read that book I want to read. Oh, this is my chance to, really spend more time with my family. Oh, this is a chance to, start that hobby I've always wanted to start. Like, do it. Like, I
can't fucking figure it out. I cannot
figure it out.
I've never, for forever, people have said, I just need time off to get me, to do things I want to do, to catch up on Netflix, to play video games, to do this, to do that. And, like, here you get a month off, of 6 weeks, basically. And people are like, I don't know what to do with myself. Like, what about all those things you said that you were going to do?
What does that speak about our society, though? Like, not trying to get too deep or super, snooty and philosophical, but, like, it really says something that people are like, without work, what do I do?
Yeah, right.
Well, I'm not running into that problem because, like, I still work. Like, I still have 8 hours, 9 hours a day that I work. So,
yep.
I don't have all the time in the world to be like, oh, well, now I can do this, or now I can learn to do this, or my day is still consumed with work.
Hey guys, all 3 of us are essential.
Our company just got our letter today saying that or our information back saying that we were essential. So, the people that could be the people that had to be in the office could be in the office now.
I literally have to carry my letters with me in the car. Like, it's paperwork, like, just in case.
Jeez.
Just in case the Clearfield cops want to be dicks.
Well, no, it's anywhere. Like, if I did have to go somewhere, if I was like, oh, I have to go to, fucking Du Bois or whatever for whatever reason, if I get stopped over there, like, if I went anywhere in the state or even, even in the country, like, I could show and go, but really, it's supposed to be for I'm going to work.
Right.
But, we're not at that level yet where we need those.
You'd have a tough time explaining to the Wyoming Mounties out there why the hell you're in Wyoming when you got Pennsylvania papers, but
Yeah, exactly.
I'm essential to a radio station in Clearfield. Where? What?
Exactly.
Clearfield.
Ironically, Wyoming probably knows. Yeah, what Wyoming probably knows and follows Clearfield's every fucking whim because Wyoming.
Well, what's in Wyoming?
Fucking nothing. I got to be careful. I put my mouth on trouble last time on our last Breaking Kayfabe, because talking down old country roads and didn't our one fucking fan, the mid-card maniac, was well, I'm in West Virginia, and I'm like, damn it.
You're dumb, Beef.
I'm not sorry. I'm not sorry. You chose to be there. I know where you came from. You chose to be there.
You chose this for yourself.
That's a choice.
So.
That's a choice.
You dum-dums want to do some more $1 Million Butt?
I would love to do more of those.
Okay.
That was my absolute favorite part of that last one.
It's awesome. I am being super transparent with this. This is absolutely a Rooster Teeth original idea. But it's just
not a P3 idea, but we're going to do it anyway.
But it's just they're so absolutely hilarious that it's we have to do it. So, all right,
great.
You boys ready? I got a good one.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
$1 Million Butt. Every time you fall asleep, you will wake up with a random person spooning you. Now, for context, this person doesn't know why they're there, and you and the person have to deal with the situation. You really like that one.
Oh, my God. I'm just thinking.
I mean, that's.
Is this every? You said every
time you fall asleep. So if you take 2 naps during the day.
Oh no.
Yep.
Yeah, that's.
Oh.
But I mean, it's $1 million though, so I don't know, man.
This person doesn't know you. Doesn't know why they're there. You can't just reach over to your coffee table and hand them a $200 and say, hey, get out of here. What do you treat them like? A prostitute at that point? Money's on the nightstand.
Yeah, and $1 million will only get you so far.
Yeah.
Eventually you're going to run out of that shit.
At the very least, that's 365 awkward encounters that you're guaranteed in a year. At the very least.
They give you more incentive to pull all-nighters.
Yeah?
I'm going to go a no. I couldn't. I would say no, because I couldn't go to sleep every night going, who's going to be this time?
Fucking Randall? I'll bet you it'll be a Randall.
Is it going to be some big biker dude that's going to be like, I'm spooning a guy. You gotta die now.
Well, that's the roll of the dice. It's it could be some big biker guy named Thunder, or it could be Oscar. It could be Oscar.
I'm still going no.
I mean, I think that I'd probably, gosh, I want to say yes because I'd have a fucking card like the Joker. I have blackout tendencies and I can't reason blah 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 and just hand it to people. And if you tell people I have a chronic psychological condition, that's usually a free pass. Now it's not going to be every time a free pass, but normally it's man, I'm just a weirdo, and they're like, "Oh, you're a clinical weirdo." Okay.
No.
Weirdo. Exactly.
Beef, I think you're mistaken. This is not you wake up in a different location. This is someone wakes up where you are with you.
Oh, I almost just killed Tara.
I mean, I'd still have some sort of a card for that.
Okay.
No, I couldn't do it.
Ransom's a no. Beef, what are you? Yes or no?
Oh, I don't know, man. It would get real fucking old real fucking quick.
Yeah, it would.
I'm gonna no. I wouldn't.
I would do it, and I would make sure that I never slept in my bed. I would always sleep in a weird place so that whenever we wake up together, because I know what's happening and they don't, I can treat it like a side quest. I could basically treat them like, good, you've awoken. Now's the time. And like I'm giving them a side quest.
Just really weird people out. Oh my gosh.
Like go follow us, climb onto the roof of a building and sleep up there. Like go into an abandoned warehouse's basement and sleep there.
Dragons?
Yeah.
What is it?
Dragons? Then sometimes wake up and just be like play along with them, be like, where are we? What the hell are we doing? What the hell is this? And just figure it out together. Set up non-danger saw trap things. And just do that. And have fun with them. And then at the end of it, have sad confetti and sad party horns going, and then go, yeah, here's $1,000. Get out of here.
Do you know the one episode of The Simpsons, The Treehouse of Horrors, where Homer makes the time machine toaster, and Willie tries to save him, and catches an axe in the back from Maggie, and Maggie takes out the pacifier, and it's big James Earl Jones voice goes, "You have entered a weird universe, Homer," or something like that. That's the kind of shit that I would put on the card. You have gone through the looking glass. Good luck.
I love it.
With very little explanation, and just be shrug, be all right, well here we are. Now what? I don't know. I mean,
dude, sold. I'm absolutely sold on this idea.
There are so many ways that it could turn bad, though. The first hashtag Me Tooer that you get, it's gonna be a fucking problem.
They don't know you. That's why you fall asleep in random places. Who's to say you don't wake up before them and you get out from under them and they're still asleep and then they wake up alone?
Yeah, but so what you're saying then is essentially you're only getting $1 million. In this day and age, $1 million doesn't go very far.
It's really not.
And you won't be able to sleep in your own bed for the rest of your life.
Right.
You're going to have to come up with these concoctions where you sleep in random locations every damn night. That's going to get super old super fast.
Yeah.
It can be fun at first, but every once in a while you'd be like, man, I'm just itching for a nice, comfortable, my own room, my own bed.
All right. What if we put this caveat on it real quick before we move on to the next one? What if this effect only lasts until you spend the last penny of that $1 million?
Oh.
I'm still though, because at that point in time, I've not enjoyed my $1 million. At that point, I've spent my $1 million in trying to concoct these elaborate schemes where I don't sleep very well in damp, dark basements with people.
Oh, so you mean Tuesdays?
Mm-hmm.
Well, I mean,
exactly.
But the other side of it, in theory, you would have a house, the perfect house you would want, a fleet of cars that you could take out once a fucking month if you wanted to. You would have enough to basically not have to work a 9-to-5 job, where you could work maybe 10 to 20 hours a week. A
fleet of cars? A fleet of what? A fleet of Pintos? With $1 million?
All right, Pooh. So since you put that caveat on it, I would change my answer to yes.
Okay.
Because what I would do is exactly what Beef said. The day that I got that $1 million, I wake up and I have that $1 million. That's the day when I go out and I buy the house that I want. I buy the car that I want. I take care of my wife, my family. I spend the $1 million then and pay off all my debt. So I'm debt free. I own everything of mine. So I'm not taking out a loan on my house or a loan for my car. And there, I burn it all, getting what I need, and then I'm good.
Okay.
So I would do that. Yes. Until
that was exactly my thought too. You know what though? I'd probably because I'd probably take a little bit of time because I think it would be fun to absolutely mess with people. Assuming I don't get stabbed every night. Or every morning rather. I think that oh God. Darby Allin, well, why? Don't do it. Oh Jesus.
Oh.
There's no fucking way that kid wrestles into his 40s. Like,
Nope.
There's zero chance of it.
Modern day Jeff Hardy. Moving on, $1 million, but for the rest of your life, you never have to go to the bathroom again, except once a year when all the poo and pee comes out at once. I want you to think of the ramifications of this. Before you just say yes, I want you to think of this.
So let me ask you this. Do you feel it building up over that year?
No. It's just
Okay.
you have a scheduled poo and pee day.
It's the fucking, like, Peter Griffin effect. Everybody go, I have to poop.
Now!
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm going to go first, and I'm going to say yes.
Oh.
Because once a year, I am going to destroy a Hardee's bathroom.
Where do you live near a Hardee's?
I have $1 million. I'll pay someone to drive me to a Hardee's. It's not that far away.
There is a Hardee's. There's a Hardee's in Pittsburgh. Trust me, I ate there.
Or a McDonald's.
It was
or a
questionable.
Sheetz. I will ruin
not Sheetz. Come on, man.
Ruin a Get-Go once a year. One time a year, I will shut down a Get-Go for 24 hours.
Now, but though, you'd have to micromanage it because think of this. It is a constant, steady stream of both poop and piss.
No, I don't
yeah.
have to micromanage anything. I put a closed sign on the door. I buy a set of fishing waders, and I let it happen. I fill up an entire bathroom. You open the door, and it's like a monsoon of destruction follows me out the door.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Jesus.
that's how COVID-20 happens.
Oh my God. I
That's
mean,
right.
so
I'll
I'm
go
gonna
to China, give it to them.
Wow.
It's
I'm gonna fall on the other side of the
great.
spectrum. I'm still gonna say yes, but I'm not gonna destroy anybody's bathroom. Like, part of the $1 million is going to be me, like, knowing that this is going to happen, and like making a like pristine bathroom for myself that I know is going to be comfortable, that I know is going to be like something that I can spend 10 hours in, and just not want to kill myself.
To hell with that. Put a fence up around your yard, and you will never have to buy fertilizer again.
Yeah.
Just make a mountain out of it, and you will have the greatest garden ever.
Yeah, I mean that my other solution was getting an outhouse, but I mean, or like
just walk.
a porta-john.
Just walk through your yard while it's happening. Because not only would you have $1 million, but you'd be able to grow a field of crops without having to pay for fertilizer. Just walk. Walk as you go.
Yeah, but I mean,
Here
you'd be
I'm
pissing while
sowing
you're
my
shitting,
fields.
which would basically be salting the earth. So I mean,
It's sterile. Pee is sterile.
Yeah.
The poop is the thing that you got to worry about. Urine is sterile. So you get a big enough fence to where no one can see what you're doing. You just don't put any trousers on that day, and you just stroll around your yard. I have the best garden ever. Dude, where do you get, what kind of soil are you using? I'm using the $1 million baby soil. That's what I'm using.
the $1 million baby. I'm still gonna say yes because I figure that there's definitely a way to figure it out, whether it's a porta potty, an outhouse, a giant hole in your yard.
A constantly flushing toilet.
Yeah, you figure it out. And like a bidet toilet combo. You have the money and the resources to figure it out. So figure it out.
you guys are not thinking of the yucks that are possible here. I would have it be modern day fucking crop circles, except made of shit.
Oh, Jesus.
The yucks that are possible, I'm plowing a field with my own poo. What more yucks out of it can you get?
That's practical. Like,
Okay.
like doing things like taking a stroll around town while it's happening.
Oh, dear.
Fashion a pair of underwear that has a funnel at the back, and then you could just like walk up and just like spray windows.
Oh my God.
Oh, and
Dude,
there's where COVID-20 starts.
I always picture myself as like the super villain of like anybody I know. Like I just feel like I have the super villain gene. But like the more I hear from you, Poot, about what you would do if you had this $1 billion, the more I think to myself, man, Poot would be the supervillain.
Oh, hey,
I
man,
would be like the henchman.
He's Dr. Pooh.
The best villains.
Dr. Pooh.
The best villains were once the greatest heroes. Let's see. Oh, okay.
Fucking, why is Sam Roberts on NXT announce team? What the fuck is wrong with this world?
WWE kicked me out. Oh wait, you said that he's on WWE?
He's on fucking NXT with Phillips. Yeah.
That guy. I love his podcast, but I hate him on announcing. All right.
Yeah.
Okay. Let me see. Let me pick a good one. Okay. $1 million, but every movie you want to watch gets the twist or climax spoiled.
100% yes. Easy. 100%. Because I'm still going to watch the movie. I don't care if I know what happens. I'm still going to watch the movie.
I had that happen with The Sixth Sense. I was working at the Kurtz Brothers warehouse the one summer, and I was leaving, and the one stock guy goes, "Hey man, what are you up to this afternoon?" I said, "I'm gonna go home and watch The Sixth Sense with my mom. I've never saw it." He goes, "By the way, have you guys seen The Sixth Sense? Spoilers."
If you haven't seen it already,
for fuck's sake,
you
yeah,
deserve to have it
exactly.
spoiled.
It's an old ass movie. So I go, oh yeah, I'm gonna go home and watch that with my mom. It's gonna be cool. I've never seen it before. He goes, oh cool, Bruce Willis is dead. No,
what the
he said
fuck?
He went, oh no, Bruce Willis is a ghost. And I went, what? And he goes, have a good day, and then walks away. And because I like
Wow.
I half heard him. I heard
He's awesome.
I heard Bruce Willis is a ghost, and I was like, what? And he goes, nothing. Have a good day. And then my mind reconstructed it. Like 20 minutes into the movie, I was like, "Oh
Jesus.
fuck!" And then I sat
That's
there
like-
and just had to bite my tongue the entire time because I didn't want to spoil it for my mom.
I can't I can't believe I'm about to make a second Simpsons reference on this cast, but
Well, they did it.
yeah, I mean that's like when Homer Simpson walks out of Empire and goes, "I can't believe Darth Vader was Luke's father." Like that's a fucking jackass trick. Like it's one thing if it casually comes up in conversation, or like you overhear somebody talking about it. Like that's okay. Those are the risks you run. But like to like out and out be like, oh, you're watching a movie tonight, huh? You never seen it before? Oh, well, this is a big fucking twist. See you later. Like that's
Dick move.
stabbing don't cost a damn thing.
No, I'd still do it. I don't care if it's spoiled. I'll still watch it.
Man, I don't know. Like.
I can't remember one
'Cause-
movie where I found out what happened in it and went, well, now I know what happens. I'm not going to watch it. Like I'm still going to watch it.
Right, but I mean, like, think about the emotional resonance. For example, Infinity War. Like, no one really knew how it was going to end, but I don't think anybody thought that Thanos was actually going to win and like do the snap and like cause everybody to, half of everybody to go away. Like that was such a big emotional resonance.
Yeah.
The same thing in Endgame. Like, if you would have told me in Endgame that Cap caught Mjolnir, like, I would have been so disappointed because, like, to me, that was just such an emotionally resonating moment that like gave me goosebumps. I just like that's why I watch movies, is for like moments like that to go, oh man, I can't believe they did blah blah blah. I would say no, because So
Wow.
so we're just talking movies, or are we talking like all media?
Movies.
Okay. I mean, even still, I watch a lot
That's
of movies,
a lot
man.
to give up just for movies.
I don't know.
That is a lot
I
to
don't
give up
know.
just to have, just to be able to watch movies without stuff being spoiled. Holy crap! I mean, think about what you're giving up. You can live debt free. You pay off all your debt. Think about the daily struggles that you live with. You know.
Yeah, but one of
House,
my biggest
cars.
pleasures would be being removed. You know,
Well,
that's like saying,
you can
okay,
still
but you
watch
could never
the
taste.
movies.
Yeah,
Find
but
other
it's not the
pleasures.
same. It's not the same. That's the same reason. Like some people absolutely love to tape football and go back and watch it, or like they don't mind watching wrestling on a delay. Like I can't fucking stand it because if I know that something has happened, and like that spoilers are out there, it does.
Yet
Doesn't have the same
Wow.
effect.
Yet you historically spoil shit for yourself all the time. You always do. Dude, I can't tell you how many times we have, like, there's been something pre-recorded or, like, you didn't get a chance to watch an event live, and you go on Facebook because you're like, well, I'll just look. Oh, look, I'll be careful. And you always spoil it for yourself, and then you're a big old sad sack.
Well, that's something altogether different. I'm
not
Ransom's
wrong.
right. Ransom is right. The cost to benefit ratio is too great. I would still take the $1 million only because I know that it would basically set me and my wife for life. And even if that means not having the enjoyment of watching movies, because it would absolutely wreck the enjoyment of movies for me. I would do it just to make sure that I would be providing for my wife and I.
So you don't enjoy. So
No,
you
don't
essentially
do this,
you
no.
only enjoy watching a movie time. Like if you go back and watch Infinity War again or Endgame again, you don't enjoy it because you know exactly what happens. So it's like, well, nothing's going to surprise me. I know Cap catches the hammer. I know Thanos does the snap at the end. So, I'm never going to go back and rewatch it again because I know what happens. It's not entertaining to me. It's not fun. Don't care. Is that what you're telling me?
So, no, but here's the thing.
No, but
like,
yes.
No. That's not because I do go back and watch and I do still enjoy.
I rewatch movies all the time.
But here's the thing. A lot of times I rewatch a movie based on the emotional resonance that I got the first time. For example, The Big Lebowski. One of my probably my favorite movie of all time. The first time I watched it was in a room full of my best friends, and it was the first time that any of us had ever seen it, and we were cracking up for 2 hours. We could not stop laughing. Like, I'm not trying to take away from the movie, but I think that had conditions been different, it may not have left such a big, mark on my life. So, I mean, like I said, I would still take the money. It would just be a pretty big sacrifice for me. Now, if we're talking, more than movies, if we're talking like television and video games and sports, then hell no, not a fucking chance. But for movies, yes.
Wow.
All right.
What say you?
Yes. Anyway, moving on.
Good enough.
It's that simple. I love movies, but like I've had plenty of movies spoiled for me by accident, and I still love the hell out of them. So, I'm right there with you, Ransom. Like, yeah, I'm a yes. All right. Once a month, $1 million, but once a month for a 24-hour period of time, you are the #1 on the FBI's most wanted list. You don't know the day, but you're given a 3-hour advance notice.
Oh, good Lord.
Why don't we start with you, Beef?
Yeah.
You know what? I'll start. So, I'm gonna go with yes. And here's why. I feel like if I portioned off a quarter of that money and I set it aside to have a go bag, like the old cliche of locker number 26 at the Altoona bus depot has $10,000 passport, standing plane tickets to Japan, and all I have to do, I get 3 hours notice, drive to Altoona, grab that bag, go to the Pittsburgh International Airport, get on there and go.
Oh, there's no chance you get through security. If you're on FBI's number one most wanted list,
with 3 hours notice, literally no matter what I'm doing, I drop it and I move. Whatever I'm doing, no matter what I'm in the middle of, I stop doing it and I go. It's like laser focused.
So that's a fine line, and here's why. Because you're entrusting that you can get to point X, to point Y, to point Z, and then all the way to point Takana in less than 3 hours.
Okay.
When you factor in traffic, airports, security, and hoping that your flights are on time.
Like any good villain, I have a backup plan.
Oh,
you ready for this?
Plan.
I take less than a quarter of that, enough to buy a nice cabin in the woods, deep PA woods. You got to go down 7 back roads, etc. ad nauseum, right? But instead of buying it myself and having it in my name, I give it to a trusted friend, and I pay them X amount of dollars every year. X amount of dollars every year to just keep their mouth shut. You bought a cabin. It's in your name, but it's mine. Whenever I need it, I'm going up there. And if you're there when I'm there,
you got to bank on the right friend.
Well,
if there's a reward for you,
I have enough really good friends that I think I could make it worth their while. And I feel like they would stay loyal. Because I'm like, listen, it's only for one day. Every other day, 364 days a year, nothing. It's just this one day. I get 3 hours notice. I grab what I need to grab for that day, go on up to the cabin, read a book, play guitar, hang out, drink some beers. And then after 24 hours, go back home.
So what happens at the end of the 24 hours? Like, does the FBI just come in and be like, well, you know what?
No, life goes back to normal. It never happened.
They completely don't even know you exist.
Yep.
So, like, if they got you locked up in a double secret penitentiary, they're going to be like, oh, sorry, our mistake. See you later. Have a good day.
Think of it like Groundhog. Think of it like
caught.
Yeah, if you get caught, it's permanent. We'll say that.
Oh.
Okay.
So I would say yes under those conditions.
I'm a solid no. I've never beaten anybody at hide and seek ever. Certainly not the fucking federal government. And I know how fucking karma works for me. So that's a hard no for me.
Yeah, I would say no as well.
Wow.
Just because it takes one person. It takes one person to either A, stooge it off, or B, have a slip of the tongue at the worst moment possible.
Look.
And you're done.
Okay, well, we'll put it this way then. We'll add this caveat. Maybe this'll sweeten the pot. You get $1 million every year.
Oh, my.
So, think of it this way. The initial year you give your buddy $125,000 to buy a really nice place out in the middle of fuck all nowhere. It's really in a wooded area. It's a nice place. You have internet. You have all those things. It's under his name, though. It's all his. Right? every year after that, you say, I'm going to give you $150,000 to shut your whore mouth.
Yeah, but you're going to make a mistake.
Nope.
At some point along the way, you're going to log in on an email or check your phone or connect to a Wi-Fi.
Beef, you don't think like
Yeah, this is
you
a
don't
typical
have
day. You don't log on to shit that day.
You don't. Yeah, you literally
Your
go.
phone is off.
You don't have your
computer is
phone.
off.
You don't have your phone.
You leave that shit at home. You take nothing with you.
No, you take nothing with you. You have your buddy drive you out there.
Like, there's no Facebook or logging into Xbox Live or commenting on wrestling forums. There's none of that.
And if you do that, you do it all under his thing.
No, you don't do it at all. Like, why risk it?
Like,
you don't log on to shit. You hunker down.
Go out there.
You are freaking Saddam Hussein in a hole.
And they don't.
By yourself, no contact with nothing.
And the thing is, for the government, it is Groundhog Day. It's just one day a year. You're that number one. It's not like after that 24 hours, they just go like, we'll take him off number one, wait until next year. It's like Groundhog Day. It's just literally the world changes. Where you're number one on the FBI list.
It's a hard no, because even still, like, if you get 3 hours, okay, I could be in the fucking dead sleep, and I mean, or in the middle of the day, or at fucking rush hour, and you're trying to get somewhere. You got 3 hours on the dot until, like, every, street light in America lights up, until every, drone in the world, until every cell phone and video in the world can, like, fucking get you exactly where you're at for the feds. And then it's a race against them. So no, $1 million a year, $10 million a year, whatever. Hard no.
See, now, I'm still a no, but I'm very teetering on that, because you get $1 million a year. You move to a country that doesn't have an extradition treaty with the United States. So it doesn't matter what happens that one day.
Rules are you can't have a permanent residence outside the U.S.
Oh, yeah, no, then hard no.
Oh, I would. I still would. It'd be fun. It'd be like once a year I get to be a secret agent.
It would be fun if everything reset at the end of that day.
It does.
Said, like,
right,
oh,
exactly.
No. Like, if you get caught, you're caught.
Oh.
Like, I'm not risking that. If it's, you get caught and I'm in a federal prison awaiting trial, and at the end of that day they go, wait, who, what do we have this guy here? Who's this guy? What's this guy? I'm sorry, we made a mistake. You're free to go. Yes, 100% yes then. Because I'll run from the government for a day. And if they catch me, I wait out the rest of that day, and then it never happened. If it remains permanent, then no. Because I'm not risking the rest of my life on one slip up or one dumb execution, something off.
It would literally be, you each have burner phones. Your buddy that you trust, you send him a message and you say it's time on the burner phone. You both destroy the phones, throw them away, whatever you have to do. And then
you of all people who have coined the phrase "Chuck did it" are counting on way too much going right in this 3-hour period.
When you have a plan, nothing can go fucking wrong, buddy. You always have a backup plan to a backup plan when it comes to shit like this. Always. Beef.
Yeah, I'm still listen, a no on this.
I'm shooting.
Everybody got a plan to get punched in the mouth.
I'm shooting myself in the foot here. I'm absolutely shooting myself in the foot. But like, when push comes to shove, there are two things I'm really good at. I'm good in the clutch, and I'm also a really good liar. Like, when I absolutely need to be, I can be.
Yeah, but it's not your lie though. If someone's buying this cabin for you, you're banking on their trust.
They're not buying it for me. They're buying it for themselves.
Yeah, but they know that you're going to be there.
Yeah, but the thing is,
you're sending them a message saying it's time.
Money talks, Ransom. Money talks. I'm
All
telling
right, I'm
you.
just going to put this scenario out there.
That's
Like, look,
that's the other side of it. Like, the feds aren't just going to be like looking at every single video. They're going to be shaking down the people that you love the most.
Oh yeah, yep. And I'm saying this now from me. Look, I love you, Poot. I do. But if this scenario played out, and somehow somebody showed up at my door in a suit and was like, "Hey, man, we know you know this guy, and we know you have this cabin deep inside the Pennsylvania game lands."
Why would they randomly ask you that?
They're gonna check everything.
Yeah, or they're
Everybody
going to show up at my house and be like, "Hey, yeah, hey, we know
look at everything. They're gonna look at everything that you did, everything that your friends have done, everything that you own, everything that your friends own. They're gonna look at all that."
See, this is why I love you guys to death, and I would trust you with my life, but you guys have scruples and also things you care about. I have friends who I love very dearly, but they don't have kids. They don't have wives.
Oh, well, fair enough then.
But here's the thing though.
You're thinking
We're
about
still
what
gonna know.
You're thinking about what you can lose, not what you could gain.
But we're still gonna know. You're one of our best friends, okay? We're gonna know that, like, okay, it's Fed Day. The Fed's gonna show.
You'd be like, I haven't seen him in 6 months.
Yeah, okay, that's great. Until they're like, oh yeah, and they get the guns drawn and
Facebook Messenger history. They pull up text messaging history. They pull up GPS history. Hey, we saw that his phone registered that he was in Lindora, Pennsylvania, 2 weekends ago. You live here, and he knows nobody else here.
That's not true.
And we have this Facebook message conversation saying, "Hey guys, I'm going to come down for the weekend and hang out. Like, we should get together and do some, video gaming and drink some beers."
Well, then you say, "Hey, I saw him 2 weeks ago. Haven't heard from him since."
Well,
Stoneface in these situations, buddies. I'm a yes, you two are a no. All right, you ready for a more serious one?
Oh boy, more serious.
Yeah.
If we can be serious for a minute.
All right, $1 million, but instead of taste buds being on your tongue, your entire hand is fully sensitive taste buds. You taste everything you touch.
Oh no.
Dominant, offhand, or both?
Nope.
Nope.
I am not risking a questionable wipe from $1 million.
All right, fine then. Only your dominant hand.
No.
You can learn to wipe with your offhand.
Nope. Yeah, but
this is a
everything
chance.
You touch in a day.
Yeah. And don't even think about saying I'd wear gloves because it will go through gloves.
Well, plus you taste latex the whole fucking time. No. No.
No, I couldn't do it.
Yeah, I wouldn't be able to do it either. All right.
Yeah.
$1 million, but for the rest of your life, you lactate. But it's really good milk.
Oh, hell yeah.
Is it? Oh, okay.
I love how quickly beef fucking answers
I mean,
that.
hey man, are your titties milking? They sure are. I got $1 million. What do you got? Nothing. See you later, buddy.
And then you just hear.
Is it a constant stream?
No.
Or is it like legit, like you had a baby and like every few hours you got a pump?
You just lactate. Yeah, it's like normal lactation.
Whatever.
It would officially change the phrase from mother's milk to ransom's milk. Would you name one of your tits Poppy so you could have? Would you like some milk from the Poppy?
I'm gonna say no.
No,
because I experienced.
Go on.
I'm not gonna say. I experienced living with a human being that had to do that when we had our 2 children. And the inconvenience of having to go through that every day for the rest of your life, I'm going to say no.
All right, so that's a no. Beef's a hard yes, apparently.
Beef was like, absolutely. I'll never buy milk again. I'll put We're out of business.
That's right.
I'm a no.
I would not pay for beef milk.
Yeah. But
Would
it's
you
really
like-
good though. Like
It's
though,
really
like,
good. Like it's
I know
really
where
good.
You've been. I'm not. No.
Like Beefland Farms, straight from the teat.
Uh,
So
good Lord.
I'm a no because I like my shirts. Let's see.
whatever. I'd walk around in a bunch of like fucking Van Hammer shirts with the fucking nipples cut out. Whatever.
Just squirting your day by.
Look at him just fucking. Look at him just fucking going. All right. Let's see. What's a good
Leave
one?
myself in my yard.
What's a good one here? Oh, $1 million, but for the rest of your life, when you see an unfinished drink, you have to drink it.
Oh.
Oh my god. No.
I mean, I'm gonna have to say no, just in the stance that I'm a diabetic, and like, it could be like the sugariest sweet tea, and it could be like 3/4 of a glass. Like,
Yeah,
that
beef
means
foot
I'm not
is
gonna eat the rest of the day. Like, let alone the shit that's sitting on the bar that somebody's been spitting in all night with their stupid chaw.
That's
Nope.
the one.
Ooh.
Yeah, Coke can that has a little bit of stuff in the bottom, and someone goes, it's empty, but it's not.
It's just filled with Copenhagen spit.
Yep.
Yep. Hard no.
Yep. What about
No,
you?
'cause you wanna do that. No,
I'm a
absolutely
no
not.
too.
No way.
Okay, let's see. Okay.
Oh, that's be a good one.
Every time you $1 million, but every time you eat something, it can speak, scream. It's essentially a person, but only you can hear it.
Yes.
Oh yeah. Whatever.
Oh my God!
I would still cut a piece. I would cut a piece of chicken or steak right in half.
Yep.
It
And
would.
listen to it howl the whole way down.
Yep. Sure would.
Oh, you guys are monsters to that poor ham
The
sandwich.
The shrimp halfway down my throat. No. Yeah.
And now and it's in your stomach. It goes. It burns. It burns.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Oh
If
wow!
that's not disrupting anybody else,
That
if all
would
I can-
drive-
if it's just me hearing
Dude,
it. No,
it's the it would be like the voices that people talk about. And like you're going to eat like a burrito and it's saying it's screaming at you about having its family.
No, because that I'm hearing it, but I still know it's food.
Okay.
So,
I don't know
no.
if I can
Now,
put
if
up with
you're-
it.
If you tell me like you get $1 million, but everything that you eat looks like a person, it tastes like what you're eating. Like if you bite into a burrito, it looks like it tastes like you're eating a burrito, but it looks like you're eating a baby, then no.
Right.
Then I'm a no. But if it looks like food and it just has a voice, yes, I could absolutely do that.
Yep.
Wow.
Me too.
I wouldn't be able to deal with it. I just wouldn't. All right, couple more.
And it would be the best if I'm alone.
You would get you
Because if
you
I'm
would
alone,
get cows to it eventually.
I'd mock it the whole way down. No, be like, oh, yeah, you ready for another bite? Here comes another bite. Oh no, I have to cut this little piece. Look at me cut. Oh, cut a little piece. And chew. Ready to say goodbye? Goodbye and swallow.
Well, we know how Ransom turns into a serial killer. Watch. Just sets him off.
Yeah.
The Lindora lacerator.
Maybe I'm further away from the one in our group that's the supervillain than I thought.
Yeah, you might be the most saintly. I'm cold and calculating. Ransom's just some guy in his basement slicing up burritos, hearing him scream.
Ransom's,
You know,
Ransom's fucking
I take
nuttier than a
extra-
fucking Butterfinger.
I'd take extra small bites to just extend the agony of the food.
wow.
Let me take a little baby bite. Baby bite. Scream for me.
Wow. What if you're eating like Baby Bell cheese and it sounds like a baby?
No, man, it looks like cheese. I'm taking it.
Wow.
Pop-Tart sounds like a toddler? No. Nope. Every single little bite is a mouse bite. I'm going to savor it and enjoy it the whole way down.
I'm never getting on your bad side. Fuck, man. All right. You ready?
What is with you fuckers saying fuck like Jim Cornette? Like, is there a memo that I missed?
Fuck.
What do you mean?
Fuck.
Fuck. No. Like, it's just, I think it's like a disease. It just happens. You've got coronitis. All right. $1 million, but
I have one for you.
All right, all right, go ahead.
All right. $1 million, but if you ever come in contact with a scenario in your life that would be a fatal scenario for you, so catch the COVID, or you get cancer, or you're in a car accident, whatever the case may be, you get $1 million, but anytime you come into a scenario that would be fatal for you, instead of you dying, a loved one dies. Not counting death by old age.
No. If I would rather have me die than my loved ones. No, absolutely not. No way. I would die first. No way.
So
that's a hard no.
You're banking on a scenario where you die of unnatural causes.
Yeah,
that's what you're banking on.
Exactly.
You're banking on that you die.
Wait, so you're saying I get $1 million, but when I die, someone else I love dies?
No, I'm saying that you run the risk of you get $1 million, but if you run into a scenario where in your life you would have died other than natural causes, like a disease or a car accident, plane accident, murder, whatever, instead of you dying, someone you love dies.
No.
Now, I'm not saying that you're going to die. I'm saying that like you could possibly live your life without dying in a car accident. Plenty of people do. Plenty of people live their lives without being murdered. Plenty of people live their lives without dying of some sort of disease. They get to the age where their body just shuts down. There's no medical condition of it. They die of old age. If you die of old age, in this scenario, you die. But if there's a possibility where you die in your life because of an accident or because of a murder or because you catch cancer or COVID or whatever, you live through it, but somebody else dies.
Absolutely not. Absolutely not. No. Absolutely not. No way.
I would entertain it. Only because the chances of...
If you have $1 million, you theoretically don't have. So you can eliminate car accidents right out of it. Oh, I need groceries? Boop, boop, boop. There's the app. I pay to have someone deliver it to me.
Right.
So you don't ever have to drive again. You don't have to fly in a plane. You could buy a nice house. You could get a compound, and you could stay there. Plenty of people don't die of diseases.
But here's the thing. It's going back to what we were talking about earlier about living your life in fear. Basically, you'd be a millionaire, but you would live your life in fear because you don't want to do that to somebody else you love.
Mm-hmm.
I would probably say no because I would not be able to enjoy the money.
I'd say no to that as well.
That's an absolute hard no for me. All right. $1 million, but every time you're given a business card, you have to keep it on you for the rest of your life.
No, that's an easy hard no for me because with the job that I have, well, I guess I could get a different job. I'm a millionaire.
Or you wouldn't have a job. Exactly.
Ooh.
How many fucking people are walking up to you and giving you business cards? Other than Chuck Bungo.
Yeah, but you have to keep it on your person all the time forever. Like you can't like put it in your wallet, take your pants off, and then go to bed or whatever. It has to be on your person. You have to keep it on you for the rest of your life.
And if you, I don't know. Well,
Listen,
See,
I
I'm
already
thinking
cuddle
like,
with
oh,
my
you're-
Bungo Guitars card every night, so whatever.
Aw, thanks, buddy.
I guess too. Like again, $1 million doesn't go a whole lot. Like it doesn't. It's not as big a deal in our world now. It used to be. So, I'm thinking like, well, if you're a millionaire, people are going to be business cards to get you to invest in their business. But you're only a millionaire. You're not a multimillionaire. You only have $1 million. So people are going to look at you and go, "This is the guy I got to talk to. I'm going to get him to invest. It's only $1 million." That's a good. See, but there will be people that are going to be dicks about it, though, like me. Like, I'd be a dick about it. Like, if I knew Beef got $1 million, but he had to keep, if anybody ever gave him a business card, he'd have to keep it on him for the rest of his life. I'd be a dick. Like, any place I went, I'd get a business card, and anytime I saw Beef, I'd be like, "Hey, Beef, I got these 12 business cards here for you," and he'd be like, "No." Like, I'd purposely try to stack them up with it.
You'd have to start carrying around
I'd probably
a
make
fucking...
a suit of them. I would just like, you know, have a suit made and like keep adding them to it, you know, like a cape and fucking, you know, crown of business cards. You know,
Yeah,
fucking,
you'd have to shower in
cards.
it. You'd have to sleep in it.
Yep.
Whatever.
Just imagine how like moldy and wet and shitty it would get. Ew.
It'd be terrible.
You'd have to poop in your business card suit.
Yeah. You'd have to like build in a little flap with like business card buttons.
No, I'd have to say no.
No.
There's too many scenarios where my dailies would be interrupted.
Yep.
And plus, I'm going to have to
don't-
eventually get a job, and someone's going to be like, "Hey, man, why did you roll into this interview wearing a suit of business cards? Or why did you roll into this interview carrying a backpack full of business? Like, what's going on here with you?"
And you can't give them away. You cannot give them away.
Outside of, you know, a dickhead being my best friend, which, you know, apparently a dickhead is my fucking best friend.
Yep.
But, you know, I don't know, man. Like, it's just, no one has, I think I literally have 2 business cards that I've received in my life. Like, earnestly, like somebody handed me a business card. I've taken a few. But, like, honestly, there haven't been a ton that people have been like, "Here, have my card." So, like, I don't know. I guess.
Look at Doldrum's Beef over here. No one gives me business cards.
Yeah, right.
No one cares. I would just
probably do it.
I would just order more Bungo Guitars cards and just give them to you. Here, Beef, give these to your friends. Oh wait, you fucking can't. All right. I'm gonna end on this one because we're getting long in the tooth here. All right, you ready?
Yep.
$1 million, but from now on, there's a Teddy Ruxpin that comes to life and hunts you. If it ever gets within 5 feet of you, it's gonna kill
Lord.
you.
Oh dear Lord! This is a constant. This isn't like a one-time-a-year
Oh
thing.
no, this is. You know what? I'll even sweeten the pot. Every year you get $1 million. But there's a Teddy
Can you hunt it
Ruxpin.
back?
You can't kill it. It's a constant.
Can it open doors, break windows?
I mean,
Or
it's
does it have the
essential.
physical strength of a teddy bear?
It's a sentient demon Teddy Ruxpin.
Right, but does it have the physical capabilities of a teddy bear? So, like, if I lock myself behind a door, can it walk through the door, break down the door?
The Teddy Ruxpin is sentient enough and smart enough.
Uh-oh, what happened? Did I lose him?
Oh,
Nope.
There you go.
Nope.
Oh, he's back. He's back.
Nope. I'm here.
You
He's
saying
back.
Teddy Ruxpin was what?
Okay. The Teddy Ruxpin is sentient enough that it would be able to, it would have, above average intelligence to figure it out. Think of it.
Could it lift an axe to chop down
Think
a
of
door?
it as a horror movie scenario. In a horror movie scenario, like a direct-to-DVD movie, that this is what it is: Ransom versus Ruxpin.
Oh, boy.
do you imagine that scenario where Ruxpin in a horror movie like could wield an axe? Is that in the world?
Yes, yeah.
Follow horror movie rules.
Okay. Well, then I would say no, because I'd never be able to get a good night's sleep.
Yeah.
You never know what's going to happen. It could slip through a window. No, If it's following horror movie rules, no, absolutely not.
Now, it would also function like a Teddy Ruxpin, so it would randomly also talk. So would it be able to be hidden?
I'm gonna say no, just because that's the fact that it's a fucking Teddy Ruxpin is creepy enough as it is, let alone the fact that it's definitely gonna kill me if it gets close enough. Like, no, thank you.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a definite no.
What about you, Poot?
I mean, it's $1 million every year. I wouldn't have to worry about a job. I could buy a camper, or not a camper, like a big nice FU motorhome, or touring bus-esque thing, and I could have it at that point made well, and I could live on the road. I could just go see shit I want to see, and Teddy Ruxpin physically cannot drive a car unless it has some kind of rigged up thing. The Teddy Ruxpin, I imagine, would not... Well, if we're following horror movie rules with Teddy Ruxpin.
Yeah, that's not going to save you.
Yeah, but I could get on the...
It's going to hold people at knife point and force them to drive, like...
It just needs to get within 5 feet of you. So if you're driving down the highway, it could theoretically just be on the highway. And if you hit it, that's within 5 feet of you, and you're done.
Exactly. Explosion.
You know what I mean? Like, it literally just has to stand in the middle of the road. And if you get close enough, those RVs don't stop on a dime. You round one corner, and it's standing in the road, and you check with your SUV, that's within 5 feet of you. Done.
Yeah, but it's not like a... I always imagine, like, it gets within 5 feet of you, it has to physically kill you.
So it's got to have some way to kill you?
That's not that's not the rules here.
Within 5 feet of you, can you kick it away? Or it's like, oh, nope, this entered in your 5 feet circle. Just give me 5 feet.
Just give me 5 feet.
Yeah, and you're done. See, if that's the case, it literally just... It could be laying in the middle of the road. Run over it. Done.
Yeah, like a bomb. You'd hit it and explode.
Huh. All right. Which set of rules are we going for? If it's 5 feet or less, you immediately die, or like Final Destination style, or once it gets within 5 feet, it's gonna kill you, but it has to do it in a physical way.
This is your scenario. You tell us what it has to be.
I'm going to go with you can fend off the Teddy Ruxpin, but it has, like, horror movie bad guy physical attributes.
Like a fucking T-1000.
Yes. So I would say yes.
Man, you're a bold one.
I am.
He is very bold.
I'm feeling bold tonight. I feel like my plan of hopping on the road and living a transient lifestyle, but in very cushy fashion.
Can you imagine running into Teddy Ruxpin Universe Poot in 20 years? This, like, grizzled guy that has, like, a fucking eye patch, always wears a bandana around, always, like, a constant 5 o'clock shadow, sitting in these fucking bars. Hey, man, what are you running from?
120
Teddy
pounds
Ruxpin.
lighter. Yeah. Teddy Ruxpin.
Like, what?
The Teddy.
You have to
Teddy.
The Teddy. I'm running from the Ted.
His name's Ted.
It's a Tedder's.
Ted
Ruxpin.
Ted Ruxpin.
I mean, I'm in the same. I'm in the same boat. Like, I don't regardless of how much money you're giving me, I just like that's super fucking creepy, and I'm not. Nope. Mm-mm. I like my sleep.
I'm into it. F it, I'll do it.
My goodness. You're a bold one.
Yeah, man.
An adventure is you. What about you, Ransom? Are you even with being able to fend it off, and even with getting $1 million a year? What would you say?
No. Nope. No.
Okay. Real quick before we end this, let's throw in this caveat.
Yikes.
If Rockspin gets within 5 feet of you and you somehow conquer it in the sense of like you manage to overpower it and throw it into a fire, or you cut it in half, or whatever, or you shoot it and disable it, you get the day after, you get a day of respite.
Oof.
No, man. I ain't living my life like a horror movie.
No, I'd still say no to that.
With that
Yeah, like
caveat,
I couldn't hurt my way out of that.
with that caveat, I definitely would do it. Because
You'd be 100% into it. You'd be like, oh hell yeah.
Oh, yeah, because if I just want a day off, I'd be like, come at me, Rockspin, and just have a shotgun on me or something. Some kind of, like, you know, bludgeoning item, a cudgel of some sort.
Jeez.
I would.
That's I would not be able to carry around a Lionel Crusher freaking the rest of my life, just waiting for this teddy bear to show up.
Exactly.
What if then, after a while of you figuring out how to conquer this thing, you two become buddies, and then it becomes like, hey, we got to do this. You know what I mean? It's almost like friends become enemies, enemies become friends.
No.
And like, and it's one of those things like Rockspin in his, the Ted, the Ted.
Hey, man, we got to do this. Nope. No, we do not.
You look at him and he
No,
goes,
man,
why? And he goes,
not today.
because it's the way. And
This
you're
is the
like,
way.
this is the way, the Rockspin way. But guys, this has been a lot of fun.
Hey, I got one more I want to pose to you here real quick.
What's
And then
that?
we'll call it a day.
All right.
This kind of goes back to Poot's earlier one with the 3 hours notice. You get $1 million, but for 1 week a year, you don't know what week this is going to be. You get 3 hours notice. 1 week a year, you swap your lungs for gills, and you have to breathe water for a week.
Oh my god, yeah.
And
Dude,
you
I
only
would-
get 3 hours notice.
I would
Where
want
it's
to do
3
that
hours
like
notice, you gotta get
permanently.
into the water.
Can I sign up for that like constantly? Like hell yeah.
Yeah, but think back again though, Beef. This is a week, rest of your life.
Okay.
That's only $1 million. So you're not going to be able to live your life with just that $1 million. Like that's going to deplete.
Yeah.
It's not $1 million a year.
So you're
So
saying
you get $1 million.
So you're saying
and-
once a year there's a week where you have to live with gills.
Yes, and you only have 3 hours notice until whatever you're doing. You're like, oh, I have 3 hours until I have to be in water or I suffocate.
I mean, if
So theoretically,
if-
you're going to have to go back to work because it's only $1 million.
if I have a multi-$100,000 house, I'm definitely having a pool, probably two. And that's okay. Well, it's pool time for a week. See you guys later. Like I would
Yeah,
live the rest of my life in water if I could.
Okay, but I mean, like you got to think big picture though. Like this is you're with the money that you spend on that, you're still going to have to get a job because that $1 million isn't going to last you the rest of your life. It's not going to sustain you.
Well, if you're a
Especially
smart
you-
investor.
Maybe. But let's just figure you have to get a job. Well, then there's a week that you have to burn vacation because you won't be able to do your job submerged in water.
You have never heard me give customer service.
I mean, like,
you know,
from a physical aspect, it would work.
yeah, no,
Like, that shit would work in
understand.
water. And that,
Right,
when
yeah.
you burn through vacation days, you get fired from a lot of jobs.
Right. Well, and I mean, the other side of it is, you know, realistically, you know, if I'm set for life as far as a house and cars, like, and really only have jobs to pay bills, like, that's not a ton of money that we'll need. So, like, I can get some shitty little job and, like, just say, hey, I can't work for this week, and that's that. Like, because I'm telling you, like real life, and I will never, ever, 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 ever have $1 million. But if I ever would, I would not work a big boy job. I'd work like a little fucking 10 to 15 hour a week job, if that. I'd probably do a substitute job, to be honest with you. But yeah, no, like that's not even a question. With as much as I love being in the water, and like that's not even a question. I would do it and then some.
So what you're saying, though, is that you would have to theoretically be at your house for the rest of your life. Because the same scenario you used this logic on with Poot, you're stuck in rush hour traffic. You're in Pittsburgh. You're out somewhere. Like, you're out to dinner somewhere. You're traveling. You've got 3 hours to be able to submerge yourself in water, and you have to be in that water for. So it might not be your cushioned, heated pool in your house. It might be some grungy-ass lake.
Well, and I mean, you always roll with the backup plan. I'd have a beef tank that could, can transport me. And like, if we're out and about, I'd have like a fucking fish bowl or an aquarium in the back and a couple of jugs of water. So, for a quick pinch, I can dunk my head till we get to where we need to go.
Excuse me for a moment, sploosh.
Yeah, I don't know.
Well,
it's
it's water time. See you guys later.
Okay.
If I lived somewhere tropical,
I feel like you're really rolling on that.
If I lived somewhere tropical, I might, like somewhere warmer, I might do it. But if I'm still here, nah. Ransom?
That's disappointing.
I don't know. I might say yes. Because I would get I would live somewhere tropical near the water. So it's like, I'm in a pinch.
Yep, fucking splish splash.
Oh, wait, fucking lake house. Yeah, I'll do it.
That's a tough one. But you also have to figure, Beef, if you're living in your house with this pool,
Uh-oh.
you're thinking about meals. What are you going to eat in that water? You're going to the bathroom in the same water that you're breathing in.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Well, you can hold your breath underwater. I would surmise it would work the same way.
You're going to hold your breath long enough to get out of the water to a toilet, do your business, wipe, and get back to the water.
Yeah, train yourself to hold your breath. You can do that.
But I mean, you're holding your breath like you hold your breath now. Can you hold your breath through an entire poo? Yeah, I mean, like think about that though. Like the next time you go to take a dump, try to hold your breath throughout that entire poo.
Yeah, but
see if you can do it.
I don't take slow poos. I get in there, do my business, get out.
Yeah, but I don't think it's 30 seconds though. I would still do it.
You can only hold your breath for 30 seconds?
I mean, if you can hold your breath through an entire poo, you're a fucking liar.
I couldn't hold my even if I was shotgunning that out of me.
Right.
I couldn't do it.
Nope.
I couldn't hold my breath in an entire poo.
Nope.
And I don't think I'd want to be swimming in the same water that I'm peeing and crapping in.
Well,
for
just
a
have
week.
a really if you're in a pool, have a really good filtration system. If you're in like a lake or something, it's big enough, you'll be fine.
Oh. I'd still have to say no to that.
What?
Like I don't
Changing my answer, I'd do it.
Why?
I get a nice lake house. I just go for a swim for a week every year. Be great. Have someone deliver me like a burger on the dock. Be like, Have that week again. Thinking of the yucks. Start like the whole rest of the year. Talk about like a beast that lives in a lake, and you have to offer him on this week every. You must offer him burgers.
The poop beast.
Yeah,
the beast requires burgers and fries. But
and
that's
like
that's
the
also
kid,
a pain in the butt though. Like you'd have to hold your breath while you chewed and ate your food. Like every time you went to take a bite, you had to hold your try to hold your breath.
Well, I mean,
like I'm doing that.
It's all about nourishment at that point, man.
You wouldn't need to hold your breath while you're chewing. You would just need to come out of the water, grab a bite, go back down, and chew and enjoy.
Still a giant ass inconvenience for just $1 million.
Or you just get a suit like that dude in Niles Crane in Hellboy.
There you go.
Yeah.
You know you're thinking.
Yeah. All right, dudes, we really got to tie it up. We're long in the tooth. I will do a little outro.
Tomorrow is...
Oh, yeah.
Well... Tomorrow's
Pick a Mania and the go home show to WrestleMania. We'll talk some shop. Of course, by the time anybody hears this, it's already going to be on its way up anyway. But we're going to be talking some shop and talking WrestleManias and all that fun stuff. I'm sitting here watching NXT with the sound off, thinking, hey, you know what? It might not be too bad.
We'll see how it goes. I'm still skeptical, but we'll see. This has been a really good Breaking Kayfabe for Alec Ransom, Beef, the Fishman Doodle, and myself, Poot the Bard. Have a wonderful evening. Oh, by the way, fellas. April Fools, I didn't record one bit of this.
Oh, that's the worst day.